Hi, I'm Sunny Goldberg, and welcome to Know Your Neighbors. Today we are going to take a wonderful adventure to a place I have not been, and that is the Summer Co-op Enrichment Program brought to our community by STEM now for the last 6 years, and it was in existence for about 40 years before that. And I don't know that many people know about this fabulous program. So, come with me and we'll go in.
Hello.
These are bad, bro.
I'm sitting here with
Manny Rawlings, the business manager for the STEM Alliance.
Manny. How long you been around here?
I've been around in the village of Mamaroneck for all my life. I was born in New Rochelle, but I moved back here when I was 4. But my family has grown up here and been here for generations.
You have been business manager for the co-op since STEM took over?
Not quite. When STEM took over, I was still in my early years of college. I was still a college student, so I was a counselor for a little while. But I've been the business manager for the program since around 2018, 2019.
So you service all 4 elementary schools. You service Chatsworth,
Central.
Murray Avenue, Central, and so it's not just Mamaroneck Avenue.
Yeah, it's not just Mamaroneck Avenue. So it's a need. Our program is based on the need, but our kids come from all 4 elementary schools, and I think that's what's so powerful about our program, because typically the only time that integration happens is when they go to middle school, when all 4 elementary schools come together. So our program, being able to take it and have kids come from all elementary schools, gives them that first glimpse of what that's like, and meeting new friends and making new friends before they can kind of get to the next level.
You walk on the street and you're waving and saying hello.
Exactly.
You go to a restaurant here or there. It's wonderful. You understand the differences.
Yeah.
I assume there's more emphasis on science, technology, and I saw that upstairs with them.
The dissection, inside out.
The dissection. Technology, you work with that as well?
Yeah, we do work with technology. This summer, our technology is our coding room, so we call it Code Conquest, where the kids are learning all things about coding and doing it in a way that's kind of broken down, where it's like, I'd say edible for them to kind of be able to consume and do it and understand it.
Supposedly, if you know coding, it gives you an entree into everything.
Yeah,
so.
coding, it's really another language, and a lot of people don't see it that way, so introducing it to kids this young is fantastic.
And
glad we're able to do
the
that.
last letter is M for math.
Correct.
Do you guys emphasize math or?
Yeah, so we do offer math during the day. So we have a room called the Math Cave where the kids kind of go in and they do different math challenges in there.
So it's fun.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's not you get in a worksheet and you're just doing math, you're doing your times tables. It's kind of going in and giving it a fun math twist.
Great. Now, you 2 people went to DC recently.
Yeah.
And you're going to introduce them to us.
Yes, so we have Abigail Hernandez, who works for us, and she's one of our young educators who actually is assisting in our ACT room, which stands for our Community Together.
Hi, my name is Abigail Hernandez, and I am a rising educator at Co-op Summer Enrichment.
And Eleni, who was a former camper for many years, a leader in training, and who kind of went there and got that extra leadership training.
My name's Eleni Solano. I don't go to the camp anymore, but I've worked as a leader for a bit, part of the RISE Summer Leadership Program.
And had both of these young women been in the program?
Yeah, so both Abigail also is a former camper, Eleni's also a former camper, I'm also a former camper. So to be able to kind of, be a camper in the program and go to try to improve and become a leader in the program is so important.
Manny, it speaks so highly of the program that you guys wanted to come back.
Yep.
That we are very lucky to have you in the village of Mamaroneck.
RISE is a leadership program where they let kids work as kind of counselors, but they kind of learn from them as while still having fun and learning from actual leaders. And they also like get to participate in the camp the kids are, and they try to figure out how it is to kind of be like a counselor and how to be a leader specifically more.
Give them a free chance to run around because it's summertime. We don't want to keep them inside all day.
Such a great.
Yeah.
I know this camp has been nominated for a phenomenal award. Could you tell us a little bit, and then we'll meet Abigail and Eleni?
Yeah, absolutely. So we were nominated for a award from the National Summer Learning Association this summer. Last year we were actually finalists to get the award. We didn't quite get it, and this year we've kind of made it a step further, and we're actually up to be able to win the award. So it's really exciting to kind
That
of.
comes out of DC.
Yeah, that comes out of DC. And it's kind of they've helped us kind of build and add certain fun things to our program. So I remember over the COVID year, we really started to tap into their network and understand some ways that we can really, really improve our program and some fun things that we weren't really thinking of. So something that's come out of that is it was cupcake bombing, now it's ice cream bombing. So in the COVID year, we did cupcake bombing. The kids weren't here, so we were doing it virtual. So the kids would wake up with a sweet surprise, and you didn't know who it was going to be, whether they were able to get a cupcake. And now that's just where our in-person has kind of transformed to ice cream bombing. So our kids, they don't know what day it is, but their group will be surprised, and we'll go around, and a whole group will get ice cream, and it's typically an ice cream sandwich.
How wonderful. Tell us, you were a camper here.
I was.
And I understand that you are one of the two people who went to DC.
Yeah.
Tell us about this award. Can we win?
I hope we do. So it was a opportunity from NSLA, which is the National Summer Learning Association, and they did their first ever, they called it NYLI, which is the National Youth Leader Institute. So we were invited, and I got to bring one of our youth leaders who attended camp for a long period of time, and she got to go and participate in the activities that they had. It was mostly for them, which was great.
That's Eleni, who we're going to see in just a...
Yeah, she'll be here in a second. But yeah, it was mostly for her and to kind of just like grow with her leadership skills.
And how long were you in DC?
A week. We were there for a week. Yeah.
And did they put you up in a dorm or a...
Yeah, it was. So we were at American University, and we got to experience college life. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
You
it
can
was
check
nice.
that off as one you've seen.
Right.
Wow. And you're back. And now you are doing what here?
I got to represent Co-op by going on Washington, D.C., and I hopefully plan to be a counselor someday.
Wonderful. When you went to D.C., had you been to D.C. before?
Nope, I have never been to D.C. before.
Wow. So what'd you think?
I think it was amazing, and I think it was a credible learning experience for like young leaders, especially since most of the other leaders were from other places, and it was nice to figure out and like talk to other people and learning how the conditions are different.
And you guys are up for a big award. Were you able to present how wonderful this camp is?
Yes, I was able to speak with Secretary Michael Cardona
Wow.
of the Department of Education.
Now, how exciting is that? And
Very.
Was he nice and friendly? And
He was very nice, and he spoke to me in Spanish, and luckily, because my parents are Hispanic, I knew how to speak, and I responded to him.
wow. And how did you present this camp as being something special and different?
I presented it as a camp where learning is fun, and that every kid does, and that it gives you a chance to like explore yourself and who you are while still having fun at the camp and learning more.
So when you were at DC and in the dorm of a college, right, did you think, oh my God, this is what I'm going to do sometime in my, what did you think about being there?
Well, it was all right. It's just the beds were kind of like, a bit hard and stuff.
But other than that, the congeniality, the friends and the people you met.
I think it depends on the personality and who you are, because I personally did not enjoy it because I didn't like become friends with many of the people in the group, but I still had a good experience.
And especially meeting the Secretary of Education.
Yes.
And who gets to do that? So what does your job consist of?
For this year, I'm a rising educator. So I work with one of our educators, her name is Nicole, and we work in the restorative justice room. So it's called A Community Together, so
Great.
ACT.
Restorative justice, hey.
Yeah.
And so you're teaching the kids about how they can make a difference, how they can talk to
Each other.
their representatives.
So yeah, our goal is for kids to be able to like express the way that they feel and really kind of solve conflicts.
So
Yeah.
it's more restorative justice for themselves personally. Okay, wow. And is it successful? Do they share?
Yeah, I think so. So last week I was actually there running the room. So it was really nice to see, the kids really involved and engaged and actually participating in
And
the
they
activities.
feel safe enough to talk
Open
to
up.
you about how they're feeling in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Abigail was talking about the sharing, and I've seen a lot of the rooms, the ACT, the community room, and the dissecting. And how do they make it fun?
They let you explore, like they let you pick, and I think they make it fun by like the counselors themselves. Like no one would want to go to like a boring English class if like the teacher themselves is mean and boring. But if the teacher is very nice and like, mixes it up, it helps. Also because they don't do things traditional, in my opinion.
And being in this camp, what do you find so special about it, sweetie?
So we're really our community here. Every year, especially like within the staff. So I really like coming back because every year the staff we grow closer and closer together. We're able to go outside of work hours and hang out. Aside from that, with the work that we do, with the community that we do it with, I think it's very important because, we want kids to have equal access to summer learning because of that summer slide. So, whatever we can do to help the community grow.
And you guys even ran during COVID.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was quite. It was good. I mean, it was a little hard, right? But it was virtual, so we're able to have that like one-on-one connection with the child in person. But we did what we could.
Is there anything you want to say to people out there about the camp?
Please continue supporting Co-op if you can. It's a great opportunity for kids who might not have this opportunity if it weren't for us being able to run the camp.
And how many kids do you have? I forgot to ask that question.
Yeah, so there is 245 elementary kids.
Wow.
We do, I think it's 45 middle school. And then we have a RISE program for 7th and 8th graders, and I think those are only 20 kids.
Okay, I think this program is wonderful because it lets your children learn, and it lets them learn in like emotional life skills, and it also lets them learn like physical skills like running, etc., like exercise, and it also lets kids like learn in educational skills like math, reading, and it helps them like improve for the school year and possibly in life, future.
And were you able to get some technical knowledge as well?
Yes, I figured out how to I actually made a documentary of my life there with a PBS team.
Wow, pretty neat. Well, thank you so much for sitting down to talk with us. And hopefully you and your family will watch this and think you did a great job because you did.
All right.
Thanks, Helen.
You're welcome.
It's awesome that you're here today. I'm really excited that it's really exciting for our community and you to kind of come see our program and know how wonderful it really is. It's something that's been around for a very long time. Like I said, I was a camper, my mother was a camper, my grandmother was a camper. So the program has been around forever. So for people to learn more about it and really understand, the value it brings to our community and to our children, I think that's really important.
I'm mortified to say I didn't know there was an official camp or enrichment program, but I did see them out on the playground playing as I drove by, and I thought, wow. So thank you for walking us through and sharing this wonderful experience with us.
Also, no, thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you for having me.